Bish, you've had a realisation recently.
I know. This is Ben Joyce's fault. He does obviously the scoring at Giants Live. He posted up obviously his years, watching Britain's Strongest Man, and I think there was two athletes on the list who had done 10 years straight doing Britain's Strongest Man. It was me and this guy, Mark Felix, and I was like, holy hell! I'm not words of that effect, maybe a little bit stronger. I'm getting old, 10 Britons now is some good going. So yeah, feeling like one of the old guys now, not one of the young whippersnappers coming into sport.
And 2 wins. How many podiums in total?
Yeah, 2 wins and another 3 podiums. Yeah.
Awesome. And obviously, there's a lot of talk about Tom being back this year, Tom being the favourite. Does that bother you as the reigning champion?
No, not at all. I mean, you'd be an idiot to bet against Tom. He's a fantastic athlete. He's 2 times world's strongest man, but I can only go into this event and do what I can on every single event, and that's the same approach I had last year, and it paid off for me. So it's exactly the same thing I'm doing. But to beat Tom will be some good going. But I'm not here just to make up numbers. I'm here trying to keep holding my title.
And you always come into Britain's Strongest Man like in your best shape. I always feel like we see the best of you here. Is that a conscious effort by you?
Yeah, I think it's more a case, it's probably the longest break I get in the year. So I get an actual off season, at the back end of the year, and then time to prep through Christmas and stuff, ready for Brits, and it really helps my body. When I'm having to do back-to-back shows, I don't know, maybe my brain gets a little bit scrambled, or it's harder for me to get everything peaked right. So I always like the show because it's always a set date, first of the year. I can work back from it, and I started my prep in end of November time, and by the time we get around to the end of January, I'm kind of ready to go.
And what do you think about the change to the deadlift this year? Obviously, it's one of your best events.
It's nuts, absolutely nuts. We're doing 400 for reps, that's absolutely bonkers. Britain's Strongest Man, not even an international show.
Do you have a game plan for that event?
Just pull as many as I can. No. I'm not going to be wearing a suit, which might kind of shock some people, but I think I'm better without it on a rep event. I think it might hinder some of the guys having to take that suit off and then go into an axle press, with a short turnaround that Giants Live is. So it's just a case of it's a good event for me, go out and pull some reps, and I'm one of the few people who's had this. I've done a 400 for reps before, so but it's mad, isn't it? Like absolutely nuts. Like we're doing 400 kilos for reps, and then there's also a lighter option which is 800 pounds.
Yeah.
Like that's like unheard of. I think it shows like the strength and depth we've got in Britain. I've been banging on about it for years that we've got super strong, athletes throughout the lineup. That everyone's going to be probably having a stab at that 400 is nuts.
Yeah. And how many reps do you think might win the competition?
I think if you put in 5, that's going to be right up there. I think 5 will be good.
Which is close to record-breaking numbers.
Yeah, exactly. So 5 or 6 will be it's good that it's the first event, but you have to remember we've got another 4 after it, and they're not exactly getting lighter. So
how do you recover so quickly with a turnaround like this?
Just do you know what though? It's interesting because it might be maximal, but it won't be taken out of your lungs like maybe if it was like 340 for reps or 330 for reps. I always find that you'll get to a point you just can't pull anymore. You might pull 3 and you can't do any more. Or you might obviously, if one of your stronger guys, you still need to put in 5 reps and then you're stopping there. It's not like you're repping for the full 60 seconds and having to get 12 or 13 reps. So cardiovascularly you'll probably recover a little bit quicker, but who knows? Like we're kind of uncharted waters with this one, with such a heavy first event. And then going into an axle press for reps, which is also heavy after that, and we'll find out.
And are there any other events you're really looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to all of them. We've got this Blacksmith's medley, which looks pretty cool, new bit of kit. None of us have done it before. It'll be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to doing the throws again, sandbag toss, and
I've heard you're looking very good at throwing in training.
Yeah, it's been going all right. It's one of those things where I think throws, it's very easy to look great in training. It's very easy, thrown over your own kit, you get to know distances, you know how the bags move. So you just got to try and make sure you replicate it on the day. But I think that's going to be a banana skin event for some people, because I think they're going to go in, and I found out in 22, if you miss one bag, it makes things really difficult. So I'm going to make sure that I just get through those bags nice and smooth and get all of them over in a good time.
Awesome. Thank you for talking to me, Bish. I'll go and let you have your dinner now.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Bish.